you had to design the ideal car. It would have to carry 4 people and their luggage, be economical, handle precisely and safely, be value for money, be so well engineered it could cover 150,000 miles. It would also have to be formidably fast, fashionable, and fun to drive and own. Well, it's already been done a couple of decades ago, and you're looking at it. Let me introduce you to the world's most complete car, the original Golf GTI. Because we see something every day, we take it for granted. What's familiar becomes commonplace. With the passage of time, we've forgotten that VW's boxy little roller skate was a car apart, the first to give power to the people.
The biggest thing the GTI did was to sell car enthusiasm to people who didn't even know they were interested in either cars or driving.
I would summarise the GTI by saying that it was the best car that I've ever driven.
In the future, I think that we may try a Mark III Golf GTI, but I'll still keep my Mark I because I think that it is actually the best crackerjack hot hatch in the world.
This is the story of one of the most influential and widely imitated motorcars in the world, and one that kick-started an entirely new motoring craze. From a culture of Prussian perfection came a trend-setting pocket rocket that gave birth to that 80s phenomenon, the hot hatch. And it's a car that very nearly didn't happen. In the beginning, there was a man who dreamed of a car for the people, a man who nearly always got what he wanted. The only good dream Hitler ever had, the Beetle went on to become the most popular car in the world. But by the late 60s, VW realized that they'd relied on their pensionable cherub a decade too long. So in desperation, they launched a modern Beetle, the 411, which promptly bombed. Then they tried their calamitous K70, which also bombed spectacularly. By the early 70s, they were seriously in the sherbet dip. Their model range was dull, there was a worldwide energy crisis, and they were bleeding 800 million Deutschmarks a year. It was time for something completely different. VW never imagined that their light, strong and sensible Golf would become the perfect platform for a hot rod. As early as 1969, they commissioned an air-cooled front-wheel drive Beetle replacement, the prototype of which was startlingly ugly. VW tried again, not altogether successfully. Eventually, German pragmatism gave way to Italian flair. It was Giorgetto Giugiaro of Beetle design who came up with the shape of the car that was so perfectly in tune with its times.
He's off in that new car again. Wouldn't catch me in a Volkswagen.
What's wrong with the Golf?
Well, it's not exactly big, is it?
Actually, it's bigger than it looks.
He'll never get that lot in there. Anyway, I don't like rear-engine cars.
The engine's in the front. It's water-cooled. Back seats fold down, too.
Yeah, you seem to know a lot about his car. You've been in his car.